the technique used by the organization or the manager may not work for the employees in order to stimulate them. Only the profit motive is the main objective. Means sometimes this quality you need to compromise. So you'll compromise with the quality. You need to be flexible enough to adopt for the changes, as well as you need to be aware about the changes in technology. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all to the Organizational Behavior Session 1 on Unit 6. I am Meghana from the Department of Commerce, lecturing in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. In today's session, let us start with the Unit 6, that is Emerging Challenges. So this is the last unit according to your syllabus. So let us start with the Emerging Challenges. So is there any challenges for the OB? Answer is absolutely yes. So we need to meet several challenges in order to run our business and in order to sustain in the market. So in this unit, under this unit, we are going to study what all are those challenges and how we can turn those challenges into opportunities and how we can sustain in the market. So in today's session, let us discuss with the introduction to emerging challenges, then emerging challenges in the field of OB, then online business. This is the small unit. So let us finish this unit in one session only. So let us start with the introduction. Challenges and opportunities of the organizational behavior are massive and rapidly changing for improving productivity and meeting business goal. So why the challenges and opportunities are more? So in order to improve your productivity as well as in order to meet the business goal. In order to meet the business goal means in order to improve your profit, in order to sustain in the market, in order to satisfy your customer. So in order to fulfill your objective, those are the business objectives. So in order to meet the business objective as well as in order to improve the productivity, you need to meet several challenges and opportunities. So you need to meet the challenges, you need to face the challenges and convert those challenges into opportunities in order to achieve your organizational objective as well as in order to improve your productivity. So the nature of work is changing so rapidly that rigid job structure impede the work to be done now, and that may drastically change the following year, month or even week. So the environment is rapidly changed. So you need to adopt, you need to be flexible in order to adopt all those changes in order to sustain in the market and in order to fulfill your goals. So rigid work structure will impact in a negative way for the improvement of your business. So next one, what all are the main challenges and opportunities for the organizational behavior? So these all are the common challenges and opportunities. So you need to meet all these challenges and you can convert those challenges into opportunity based on your knowledge and your implementation. So under that first one is improving people skills. So you need to improve your employee skills from time to time so that you can get a better work. It helps to increase the productivity and you can the employee may come up with an innovative idea. So improving the people skill is a big challenge for the organization. If you have faced this challenge, then it can be turned into opportunity. So now your employees are skillful, your employees skills are improved so that your productivity can be improved and you can expect the efficiency is improved. So then it will turn into opportunity. So first you need to face the challenges, then you can turn those challenges into opportunities. So improving people skill is a main challenge for the organization or the manager, so that if the manager or the organization successfully face those challenges, then it can be turned into an opportunity. Next one is improving quality and productivity. So you need to improve the quality and productivity in order to satisfy the customer need. So in order to satisfy the customer, you need to improve your quality of the product. So in order to improve your quality, you need to concentrate on raw material, you need to bargain with your supplier and you need to find out the best way, or you need to find out the supplier who will supply raw material at a lower cost. So you need to give a good product, qualitative product with a reasonable price. So the customer expect a high quality, good quality at a reasonable price. So you need to improve your quality of the product as well as the productivity. You need to improve the productivity. So in order to improve the productivity, you need to improve your people skill. So If the people skills are improved, then it turned as an opportunity so that you can improve your productivity. So this is the another challenge for the organization. All the challenges are successfully by the organization, then it can be turned into an opportunity and it helps the organization to achieve those objectives. Next one is managing workforce diversity. Managers or all the employees should flexible enough to adjust for the changes. So you need to adjust for the changes and you need to come up with an innovative idea in order to prove or in order to sustain in the market. In order to attract your customer, you need to adopt for the changes and you need to come up with an innovative and creative idea to attract your customers. So you need to manage the workforce diversity. So next one is responding to globalization. So globalization, now you're competing with the world, not with a limited area, so that the competition is high. So that based on the competition, you need to improve your quality, then productivity, improve your service and all the things. So you need to respond for the globalization. The competition is high. In order to compete in the market, you need to be strong enough to compete with others. So your product as well as your service, your communication, your workforce and your strength, your employees should cooperate with the organization in order to compete, in order to respond for the globalization. So next one is empowering people. So you need to empower them. You need to increase their skills and knowledge in order to improve their skills and in order to contribute for the organization, as well as in order to improve an individual skills and knowledge. So the employee wants to improve themselves as well as they want to contribute for the organization. If the organization supports for the individual development, then employee can contribute for the organizational development. So this is the big challenge. In order to empower the people, you need to take some training program and you need to give some opportunity for them. So these all are the challenges for the organization. If the organization successfully face these challenges, then you can turn those challenges into opportunities and it helps the organization. So next one is stimulating innovation and changes. So employee as well as the manager, the whole organization has to think innovative and come up with a creative idea so that you can attract the customer and you can compete with the market. So now you need to respond for the globalization so that your innovative idea and creative idea, it helps you to keep ahead from other competitors. So it attracts the customers so that it helps to sustain in the market for the longer period. So you need to stimulate your employee as well as the manager to innovative ideas, to come up with the innovative ideas, and for the changes you need to stimulate them. So this is the big challenge. So the technique used by the organization or the manager may not work for the employees in order to stimulate them. So you need to find out the best way in order to stimulate and motivate the individual in order to come up with the innovative ideas in order to adopt for the changes. So next one, improving ethical behavior. So this is the important factor for the success of an organization. Employees should follow the ethics for the organization. So for the organizational benefits, improving ethical behavior, it's totally depends on the individual behavior, personality and their perception. So you need to motivate or you need to encourage, you need to positively motivate them in order to improve the ethical behavior. So all the techniques used by the manager or the organization will not work for the individual ethical behavior. Their perception, their personality will influence on that, so that you can influence on the individual personality and perception so that it helps to improve the ethical behavior of an employee. So this is the big challenge for the manager as well as for the organization. So next one is improving customer service. So now modern marketing, we believe that customer is a god. So you need to satisfy the customer. So they expect customer services. So customer service, it helps to build the reputation about the company as well as goodwill about the company, so that it positively impact on the organization. So you need to provide customer services, after sales services, then customer care center. So all this will contribute for your organizational achievement or to achieve your organizational objective. So these are the challenges, main challenges and opportunities for the OB. So as I told you, if the organization faces all these challenges successfully, then it can be turned into an opportunity. Then it helps to achieve your objective and it helps to sustain in the market for a longer period. So these all are the main challenges. So moving further, what all are the emerging challenges for the OB? So first one is workforce diversity. Manager has to be flexible in order to adopt for the changes. So you need to adopt for the changes, then you can sustain in the market. So if you are rigid, then it is a problem for the organization as well as for the individual. So you need to be flexible enough in order to adopt for the changes. So external sources or external environment is rapidly changing from time to time. So changes in technology, changes in political rules and regulation, changes in working condition, all this are changing from time to time. It is rapidly changing, so that you need to adopt for the changes, as well as you need to be innovative and creative ideas. You need to come up with an innovative and creative idea, so that it helps or it acts as an advantage for the individual as well as for the organization. So that is the first emerging challenges for the organizational behavior. So next one is changed employee expectation. Changed employee expectation. So initially or before, the employee expectation was salary, incentive, bonus. So through this, you can motivate an individual, motivate your employee, and you can get the work done. So now it is changing. So the employee expectation also change from time to time. So now all these factors, so all the salary, bonus and incentives will not work in order to motivate your employee. So their expectation is changing from time to time. So now they expect improve their skills, and they expect opportunities in order to explore their skills, and they desire to involve in decision making. So all the individual expect based on their perception and personality. So you need to cooperate with the changing expectation. You need to, organization has to fulfill the employee's expectation, so that it helps the organization to get the effective work. So it helps the individual, that is employee, as well as the organization to work effectively and to achieve those objectives. So organization has to try to fulfill the, or in order to satisfy the employees' needs and desires. So that is the another challenge for the organization or the manager. So next one is globalization. So now before we are fixed or we are limited, we are supplying your product or we are operating in a limited area. Due to globalization, now we can reach or we can compete with the global. Now the competition is high. Then you can deal with the other countries. So you need to empower or you need to improve your employees' skills and knowledge, communication skills, their knowledge, their skills, and all these things you need to improve in order to compete in the global level. So for that, you need to improve your internal source, that is your employee, as well as your productivity and your quality and all those things, as well as you need to concentrate on external source. That means the technology used by your competitors. So all these things you need to concentrate, and you need to improve yourself. You need to improve your business in order to compete in the global level. So now the opportunities are more. So the customer is expanding your business. The range is wide. So you need to compete with the global level. The customer also huge, so that you need to compete with the global level. For that, you need to prepare yourself to compete in the global level. So next one is improving productivity and quality. So in order to improve your productivity, you need to give importance for your employees as well as your suppliers. So in order to improve your quality, you need to concentrate on, you need to improve your supplier. That means you need to search for the best supplier. So who can supply the raw material at a reasonable price or at a lower price, so that you can give the qualitative product at a reasonable price. So this quality will depend on our organizational goals. So if your organizational goal is to sustain in the market for a longer period, as well as customer satisfaction is the main objective of the organization, means you try to increase your quality or you try to improve your quality. Otherwise, only the profit motive is the main objective, means sometimes this quality you need to compro. So you'll compro with the quality. So now in the modern marketing, all the customer requires, all the customer demands for the qualitative product at a reasonable price. So that you need to improve your quality, as well as you need to supply the product at a reasonable price, because you need to compete in the market. So your competitor may supply the same product at a cheaper rate, so that the customer will attract those products. So you need to improve your quality, as well as you need to improve your productivity, and you need to supply the product at a reasonable price. So these all are the emerging challenges for the OB, that is organization. The next one is changing demographic of workforce. So the main challenges under this changing demographic workforce is dual career profession. So it limits the individual flexibility for the organization, as well as growing number of employees who are young. So these all are the main challenges under demographic workforce. So individual dual career profession will limit the flexibility of an individual, so that it affects the organization. Then growing number of employees who are young. So these all are the challenges under demographics workforce, changing demographic workforce. So these all are the emerging challenges in the field of OB. Moving further, apart from these challenges, so we need to face other challenges related to technology. So what all are those emerging challenges? So first one is technology impact on organizational behavior. So apart from the internal source, the technology plays an important role in the organization. So you need to keep updated with the technology, changes in the technology, in order to improve your business, so that technology will impact on the organizational behavior. So next one is technology impact on intra and interrelationship. So let us discuss one by one. Technology impact on organizational behavior. So changes in technology will influence on the organizational behavior. For example, initially, in order to maintain the account, we follow bookkeeping method. So all the entries we are going to record, or will record all the transaction in a book, in a journal or ledger. So improving technology. So now we are going to record all the transaction in computer, that is system. So through the software, we are going to record all the transactions. So it is easy for the organization in order to find information. So in order to get the information easily and quickly, and you will find the accurate and correct information through this technology. So this technology will impact on the organizational behavior. So in that stage, when the usage of computer takes importance, so in that stage it impact on the organization. So if you are rigid, you are not ready to accept for the changes, it influence on the organization, it influence on your organizational objective. So that you need to be flexible enough to adopt for the changes, as well as you need to be aware about the changes in technology. So based on the changes, you need to adopt, and you need to improve the skills and knowledge. You need to give training for the employees. You need to give training for your employee in order to adopt for the changes, so that it helps the organization to achieve your objective easily and quickly. So that is technology impact on organizational behavior. Next one is technology impact on intra and interrelationship. So now, individual, you are flexible enough to adopt for the changes. You are quick learner, so you will adopt for the changes. You will learn how to operate the computers, so that it is an opportunity for the individual. To prove yourself, or in order to increase your efficiency and in order to improve your knowledge. You are rigid and you are a slow learner, it influence on your career and profession. So that technology will influence on the intra and interrelation in the organization. So you need to improve your skills and knowledge in order to improve your competitive strength. So it is for the intra and interrelationship. Technology will influence on the intra and interrelationship. So these all are the emerging challenges which is related to technology. Moving further, last topic is online business. So what do you mean by online business? Online business is any kind of business activity that happens over the internet. Any kind of business activity which happen through internet is called through online business. So running an online business can be include buying and selling online or providing an online services. So buying or selling through online. So it's a service providing online services. So there is online business. So what are the features of this online business? First one is it is easy to set up. So you don't want any building or any land in order to start your business. So online business means through internet you can start your business. So the physical appearance or the building or the land is not required for those business. There is no geographical boundaries. So there is no geographical boundaries. So you can reach wide range. Next one, much cheaper than the traditional business. Much cheaper than the traditional business means here you won't involve any middleman. Direct from the manufacturer to the final consumer. So it reduces the cost or it reduces the price of the product. Next, there are flexible business hours. So 24/7 you can get the product and you can run the business 24/7. The next one, market strategy cost less. So in online business, marketing strategies like advertising, so all this, the cost for these strategies are very less. Next, when online business receive subsidies from the government, you will get subsidies from the government for the online businesses. Next one, there is no personal touch. So in a traditional marketing, in a traditional business, and buyer and consumer will directly meet and they have a direct contact. Here there is no direct contact, that is personal touch with the customer. Sometimes we don't know who is the manufacturer or who is the seller, and the manufacturer or the seller, they don't know who is consumer. So there is no physical touch between the buyer and seller. Buyer and seller don't meet. Yes, so the buyer and seller, they don't meet. They don't know who is the buyer and who is the seller. Next one is delivery of product takes time. Delivery of product takes time. So in the physical or traditional marketing, directly the consumer will go to the shop and purchase the product from the manufacturer or the seller. But here through the internet we are going to purchase the product. So the consumer will place an order, then the manufacturer is going to transport that product to the final consumer, that is a consumer. So it takes time in order to reach the consumer. So after placing an order, it takes at least 2 to 3 days in order to reach your customer. Again, it based on the geographical area. The time depends. So that it takes time to deliver your product. Next one, there is a transaction risk under online business. So we heard about frauds. Many frauds has happened through this online business. But in the traditional market, in the traditional business, the percentage of fraud is very less. So these are the features of online business. Moving further, last topic is types of e-commerce. So under that, first one is B2B, that is business to business. So under e-commerce, electronic commerce, the transaction between business to business. That means sometimes raw material, you are going to purchase a raw material from other company or other industry. As a sole, you cannot run your business. You need to depend on other individual or other organization in order to get the raw material and various other things. So this comes under the business to business, the transaction between one business to other business. You are going to provide raw material or anything for the other business. Transaction between one business to other business is called business to business. Next one is business to consumer. So this is a normal transaction or normal e-commerce type, business to consumer. A consumer is going to purchase the product or services from the manufacturer or the business. So here the common example, people is going to purchase the product or services through online like Flipkart, Amazon and various other applications. So they are going to place an order and get their product from the business. So that is the example for business to consumer. Next one is consumer to consumer. So here one consumer is going to provide a services or the product for other consumer. For example, placing an order or placing an advertisement in OLX. So here the one consumer is going to provide service or the product for other consumer. So the two consumers are directly contact with each other. So they are going to purchase the product or services from other consumer directly. So that is the consumer to consumer. Last one is consumer to business. So it is a complete reverse form of the traditional business, traditional barter system or exchange system. So here the consumer, the number of consumers, they are going to make their services or products available for the companies seeking for. So the company will get the product or services from individual. So it's commonly found in the crowdsourcing based projects. So in this field we are going to find this C to B. Here the consumer is going to provide the services or the product for the companies in order to utilize and in order to achieve their objective. So these are the types of e-commerce. So you need to keep update with the changes in the technology will influence on your business. So nowadays traditional business is a very less. So consumer, in order to save their time, they use this B2C e-commerce. So they are going to spend few minutes in order to purchase the products. So now they are going to provide doorstep delivery so that it saves the time for an individual in order to get the product, and they will get the number of choices, the number of collection also more. They will get lot of things in a one platform. It benefit for the consumer to get the product at a reasonable price. So you need to keep updated with the changes. So these are the emerging challenges and types of e-commerce. So this is all about your syllabus and this is all about your unit 6. So for this session we finished with your syllabus. Thank you.